Please welcome Dwayne Perkins.
Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. It's so good to be here. I'm glad to be here with you guys. Like, you guys are paying attention. Like, we don't do this anymore, right? No one pays attention. We're just slaves to our devices. We are. And sometimes, that's why I just want to go back sometimes. I just want to go back. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, lady. I don't want to go back. Not too far back, obviously. I mean, black people, we don't like to go too far. Just 95, nothing crazy, you know what I mean? Because remember, like 12 years ago, you could just be wrong? Remember just being wrong? Like, you said something, and the other person was like, well, that doesn't sound right, but, I guess we'll never know. I guess we just have to, we have to live our lives is the thing we have to do. And the problem with the whole thing is, no matter how dumb you are dumber on Facebook. Because there's no one there to stop you. Like, it seems like a good idea. I got a buddy, he wrote a love poem to this girl, okay? Major fail, and it's to a married woman. Yeah, and I was like, when I read it, I'm like, what are you doing? Like, who taught you how to creep? Just send her a message. What's wrong with you? It was so bad. I was gonna take a break, apply to grad school, take out student loans, get into a grad school, 2-year program, study my butt off, get all A's, move up to the Bay Area, graduate, get a master's degree in computer science, get a job at Facebook, just so I could delete his account. I was gonna do all of that. And I get it, you wanna tell people things, I get it, but what surprises me is, why do people care? That's what changed, because it's our fault. Like, we collectively encourage this behavior. Yeah, it's our fault. If you don't believe me, go home tonight, type anything on your page. Type anything. Type, I like almonds. And 8 other people will like it. You understand? I like almonds too, actually. Good call on the almonds, Dwayne. No, he's right about that. Almonds are delicious. He's absolutely right about that. I'm just glad someone had the courage to say it, actually. Why is that acceptable? But leave here tonight and just start walking up on people, saying, I like almonds. And they'll arrest you, is what will happen. And I don't, listen, I don't mean to be a technophobe, but I also think video games are done. I think there's no place to go think about video games. Think of the evolution. First video game ever was called Pong. It was a knob, just a ball going across the screen. Just boop, boop. Hours of enjoyment for the people who were around. And when people saw Pong, their minds were blown. They saw Pong, they were like, the future is now. That's what they said. But then it got better, right? They said, you know what, give us the knob. Here's a joystick. You're like, oh, wow. Shut the front door. I get a button. Are you serious? And you had a joystick. Then it got better. The graphics got better. They said, give us a joystick back. Here's a controller. You're like, oh, fancy, fancy. You could, multiple buttons, combinations. Oh, you were cooking with gas. Then the controller was not connected to anything. It was wireless. You were like, oh, snap. I'm in the kitchen right now, yo. Then they said, give us that controller back. Here, just take this skinny thing. Just take this. You're like, oh, this thing? This is crazy. You were bowling with your mom. Pick up the spare, Ma. Then they said, give us that thing back. Give us that thing back. Nothing. Just you. You're like, just me? You in front of your TV playing football. Just, hut, hut, hut. Do you see the problem with that? You could always play football, is the thing you have to understand. You could play football 50 years ago, so what was it all for? 30 years of video games for you to be in front of your TV like a jackass dancing and... That's why I think there's one more video game system that's gonna come out, just one more. People are gonna line up for it. It's gonna cost $400, come in a silver box. Gonna take that thing home, open it up, and inside it's gonna say, just take your ass outside. That's what it's gonna say. Thank you, guys. Hey, Dwayne. That
was very funny.
Thank you.
That was a great job.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Dwayne Perkins.